Good morning student, my name is Usha Best and I am your new SSC teacher. As you all know, you have completed till chapter 4. So now I am going to take your lecture from the chapter 5, that is your water. So let's get started. So why we need to understand this whole chapter, that is your water. As you all know, water is one of the most important component for our survival. I think no one in this world can live without the water. Whether we are humans, whether we are animals, plants, and even all those tiny microorganisms, all need water for their growth and their survival. So, as you all know, our earth, 3/4 part of our earth is covered by the water. Still, there is a need to understand how much water we can use and which type of water we can't use. So that's why in the presence of a water is generally present in a two form, that is your fresh water and your saline water. What is the difference between the two water? That is fresh water, we can use fresh water for drinking purpose, for cooking and all the important things in our life. And the saline water, this water we can't use for our daily purposes. Means you can say that this water is useless for ourselves. So fresh water, first going to now let's get started with fresh water. The fresh water which we are using for household purpose. So fresh water sources where we can find the fresh water, that is your pond, lake and river. In these sources we can find fresh water for our drinking. Okay, now next second part is your saline water. The saline water means there is a salt, NaCl, your common salt. We all know about NaCl, which is your common salt which is present in our household. We are using it for our eating purpose. That salt, if that salt present in the water, that's why we are calling that water is saline water. Saline water means presence of a salt in the water. It makes the water salty, in a taste of salty. Its example is oceans and sea. The water of oceans and sea is generally found in the form of saline. Okay, one of the example of a saline water is Dead Sea. Dead Sea is one of the sea, and it is near in the country of Israel. You already know about the country of Israel. That Israel country Dead Sea is found in Israel country, and its salinity is 340 gram per liter. What is the meaning of 340 gram per liter? That means 1 liter of water of Dead Sea. 1 liter water of Dead Sea, we can find 340 grams salt on it. Okay, that's why one of the saltiest sea is your Dead Sea. Okay, this amount is very high. Now we are going to our next topic, that is your water cycle. What is the importance of water cycle? Why we are calling the water cycle? Water cycle means suppose that you are running in a circle. That's your circle. Circle means if one person is starting from this point, suppose that this is your initial or starting point. Okay. Suppose that one person has started to run from this point, and after some time he will, if he is taking time and running and after some time you will find it that again he reached the same point, that is your A. Means its initial point is the A and finishing point is also A. So what we understand from this, that if we are starting from this point and we are coming, and after some time we are again coming into the same point. Same things happen in the water cycle. Means water is changing from different forms. Water is changing its different form. You already know 3 forms of water, that is solid, liquid and vapor. And again water is changing into the water. Okay, again water is changing its different type of a form, and again we are getting water. Like if you need to understand it in clearly, there is a diagram drawn in your NCERT book. That is where we can understand, by which we can understand the whole water cycle with clarity. Okay, I have drawn one of pictures of water cycle here. So now let's started to understand it. Suppose that this is your sea, ocean, and all the surface water, whatever you want to assume. Okay, so what is happening here? The sun is heat. The sun is heating. You all know there is a intense heat coming from sun. Thus, what is happening? The sun is now due to the heat of the sun, the water is starting to get vaporized. क्या हो रहा है? Vapor हो रही है. The water is starting to change its form from liquid to vapor. That process is called your evaporation in the science. Evaporation means changing liquid into the water. That process is known as evaporation. What's happening? Due to the sun heat, the surface water, all the water which I have given you an example is getting to start vaporize due to the heat, and this process is known as evaporation. After that, water is changed into the vapor form. This vapor is going to the upward into the sky. Going upward, what is happening? After some time, you will see that the vapor which is high in temperature, the vapor is started to get cools down. क्या हो रही है? ठंडी हो रही, cools down, and this process is known as condensation. What process? The cooling of a vapor into the liquid is called your condensation. After the condensation process, what is happening? Cloud formation. This condensation process is responsible for the cloud formation into the sky. The dark black cloud you have already seen is formed by the process of condensation. This cloud formation, now what happened after the cloud? It started to get precipitation. Precipitations means the cloud started to fall in the form of rain. Okay, बारिश का शुरू होना is called your precipitation. The rain, the cloud, again after the cloud, precipitation process is starting, and rains is started to fall down into the earth in the form of snow, sleet, and liquid also. Okay, and these rain is started to again falling down into the ocean. And some amount is going to the groundwater. That's why you are saying, you can say that this is your water cycle. Why? We have started from this point and again circulating the whole process. Again the water is falls down into the same ocean. That's why this is your water circuit. So student, now you can understand the whole water circle. That's your water circle. Now there is a different topic in your NCERT book, that is your distributions of water. Why this distribution is need? Why we need to understand the distribution of water? First, distribution. What is the meaning of distribution? Distributions means dividing the amount into the different person. That is your distribution. Suppose that you have 12 pens, and I am going to ask you that distribute in amongst the student. So one we work. Suppose that you have 12 students and you have 12 pens. So what you will do? You will distribute one pen to each other. Okay. Same that you have. What we discussed in the starting of the chapter, that there is a different type of water bodies like pond, lake, river, ocean, sea. So what is happening? The water is distributing into these water bodies. We have have to distribute the water, means divide the amount of water into these bodies, water bodies. Okay, so distribution is need to understand which part या which bodies is getting which amount, how much amount of water is getting the each bodies को कितना पानी मिल रहा है. Suppose that there is 100% water in the earth. We have assumed the amount of water in the percentage, that is your 100%. So about this 100%, the ocean is getting 97.3%, and you all know that the ocean is a example of saline water. So this is your use. This is not. It is not useful for us. Okay, not useful for us. After that, ice caps present in 2.0%. Groundwater is 0.6%. Freshwater lake is 0.009. Inland sea is 0.009%. And your atmosphere, you all know that atmosphere has a water presence. So this is 0.0019 and rivers is 0.001%. These from ice caps to river, these all are the example of fresh water. Only ocean is the saline water, and you can see that how largest amount of a water is captured by the oceans already. Okay, so we need that you can understand that only these amount, only 0.68%, 0.009%, 0.001%, and all the things are only suitable for the fresh water. And if we add all the percentage, we get 100%. Okay. Now you are understand that how much important for us to save water, because the percentage you can see from this data that the amount of fresh water is very less for us. All the majority of the amount, that is where 97% is saline water, that is not useful for us. So we don't need this type of water. We need fresh water for our survival, and this fresh water is very less in amount present in the earth. You can see there is a one activity has given you in your NCERT book. That activity is showing the presence of the distribution of the water. Suppose that you have a 2 liter. This 2 liter water jar, this is the jar of a 2 liter. This 2 liter of a jar is representing the whole amount of earth, whole amount of water present in the earth. Okay, पूरी अर्थ में जितना पानी है, that 2 liter of a jar is representing 2 liter. And what we are going to take? We are taking only 12 spoon from this 2 liter of a jar, and this 12 spoon is representing fresh water. Other left water, the amount of a left water in the jar is here representing saline water. Okay, now this 12 spoon is further divided into the different type of water bodies. Like 9 spoon is captured by ice caps, 2 spoon is groundwater, 1/2 spoon representing lake, and 1 drop of water is representing river. And one of the interesting fact is that we are not using ice caps for our water purpose. In a daily purpose, if we are going to separate these ice caps from freshwater resources, then you can see that we have a very less resources for our drinking purpose for getting a fresh water. Only 2 spoon, half spoon, and 1 drop of water. That amount is very less as compared to the population of the earth. So now you can understand that why we need to save water for the future generation as well as for our living. Now most of the countries is facing the crisis of water due to why they are facing, why these countries are facing so much water crisis, because they don't have a proper management to save the fresh water. You can see that only 12 spoon from these 2 liter we are getting only 12 spoon for our purpose, and these 12 spoon if we are separating 9 spoon, that is here in the form of ice cap. We are not using the water of ice cap till now, so what we get only 2 spoon, half spoon and 1 drop. That amount is very less, so we need to save water and we need to think we need to think how to, and we need to come with different ideas how we are going to save water for our future generation. So student, that's all for today. Next, the other half of the chapter we will going to cover in the next lecture. Thank you.